revalidation. So it's quite a lot, I'd say. Hey guys, it's Danica and welcome back to my channel. To those who are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Danica. I'm a registered nurse in the Philippines and also here in the UK. If you're new here in this channel, then I encourage you to click on the subscribe button below and also the bell button beside it so that you will be notified every time we have an update. So guys, for today's video, as promised, we will be talking about my revalidation, which I've just done maybe 3 weeks ago, something like that. So it's still very clear on my mind, so what's the process and what I've done. So if you guys are interested in this video, then please keep on watching. Alright guys, to begin with, let me just speak about, you know, the license here in the UK as a nurse. So when you come here, they call it PIN. In the Philippines, we call it, you know, license, 𝘺𝘴𝘄𝑟𝑐 license. Here is just the NMC PIN. So NMC stands for Nursing and Midwifery Council. So that's where we belong, nurses and midwives, basically. So we don't have here like the card or like the ID we've got in the Philippines where it's saying, you know, you're a professional nurse, you're a professional teacher. No, we don't have those. So we just have your PIN. So basically it's a PIN. So it's composed of numbers and letters, you know. I still haven't memorized mine, but yeah, that's the only thing you've got. You don't have anything to show. If you need like a proof of it, you could download a form in the NMC license saying, you know, that you're a professional nurse here, and also they can search you as well in the portal. After you pass your 𝘂𝑚 here, so you're fully registered nurse. So again, I am a bit now confused if the trust paid for it, but 80% I know that my trust paid for my PIN when I got it initially. So your PIN is worth like £120 every year. So every year you pay for it, you renew it. So it's different as well in the Philippines because it's always on your birthday, isn't it? But here it's exactly like the date you took your exam and passed it. So that's when you're gonna be renewing your license. So renewal here is easy, not until you get to revalidation. So you renew your license every year, you pay £120, so you can pay it like one-off, or the NMC has an option like quarterly, something like that. So you just gonna be paying £30 and like every 4 months. Is that right? I'm not very good in math, but yeah, something like that. So you have the option, but I just paid like full anyway. Alright, so now we'll be talking about the revalidation itself. So as you all know, I've been like 3 years here, like August 20, I can't remember again if it's 27 or 29, but I've been registered here last October. I can't remember like when exactly. So your revalidation, you should revalidate a month before the expiry of your license. Normally, if you would renew it every year, it's until like, for example with mine, it's until the end of October. But because I'm having this revalidation, it's on the website anyway. These things I'm gonna be telling you, it's all in the NMC website. So you need to revalidate a month before. So until September 30, you should have finished your revalidation. Just correct me if I'm wrong, but that's as far as I remember. So the guidelines is all in your NMC account, so that's very important. It would also tell you there like what's your stand here as a nurse, is if you have any restrictions or something like that, you know. And yeah, it will guide you anyway, like the fees you need to pay and like what needs to be done. So revalidation so it's quite a lot, I'd say. Hi everyone, this is just a short video to promote our Etsy shop. It's called 𝘺𝑠𝑦𝑜. So at the moment we have digital prints and customized phone cases, but there will be a lot more products coming soon. So the link is just below. So you can download the forms in the NMC website. There's also like samples there, templates that needs to be downloaded. So you really have to. It's optional, but I'd say it's required. They have like the forms really where it says here like, you know, their logos and stuff. So you can just easily download it online and have a look as well. So there are different sections I'm going to tell you, not in a specific order. So we have here like the first one. So we're talking now what you need to do in your revalidation basically. So we have here the reflective accounts form. So you need to do 5. So I found this like all of these things a bit like repetitive at some point, because some of the things gonna be just answering the first question, but you still need to answer like few more, and sometimes it just goes back, something like that. You'll notice it when you've done yours anyway. So it's just saying about your experiences as a nurse and something like that. There are questions here like, you know, what experience was that, what did you learn, how did it change or improve your practice as a nurse here, or how is it relevant to the code. So you need to do 5, and like this long actually. So I suggest you download the form, and then you can just type it online. It's easier than handwriting it. I just find it easier, to be honest. And then you can just print it like this. So with me, I have my like this one physical form, and I also have the one online to store it on my email, just so you know I have an idea in my next revalidation. So yeah, these are based on your experiences as a nurse here. So if there's something during your practice that's like notable, or that's something, you know, very unforgettable, you can all put it in here. And then next one that you should do is your CPD log template. So here you go. See, I'm telling you, they have like templates like this. So you need to have 35 hours of CPD, of which 20 hours must be participatory. So 35 hours of CPD, it could be an online learning, course attendance, or independent learning. So if you're with the NHS, because not all nurses here is with the NHS, some are agencies. So if you're with the NHS, good thing is that we have this mandatory training. So all of these trainings you can include here as your continuing professional development. So it counts as a CPD, so there's loads, so you don't need to worry about this. You don't need to pay anything because it's free. So that's one of the nicest things, I think. And the next one is the practice hours log template. This is the easiest one probably, because like you just be talking about like where you're employed at the moment, and if you're a full-time or if you're a part-time, so no need to worry about it. When you revalidate, you need to have like 45 hours of practice so you can, you know, revalidate. If not, I think you would have a problem with this. But if you're full-time, definitely there's lots of hours, because we're doing 37.5 hours a week. So yeah, no problem for us. So it's very easy. And then I think this is the last one. It is the feedback log template. So it's actually about feedbacks from either your patients, colleagues, or annual appraisal. It's all in here. It could be verbal, it could be written, so you just need to say what it is. And also in connection to that, what you've said in your feedback log template, you could also do it as a reflective accounts form, so you can discuss more on this one further. So again, all of the examples is in an NMC website, so it's easy to understand and actually self-explanatory. But I'm just gonna tell you, it's like, for me, it's like lots of work, like thinking like what should I write, because there's so much experiences, so you just couldn't pick which one. If you can ask me how long it took me, I think it took me like 2 days, couple days to finish this. Keep on like trying to remind myself what happened, like what I've learned, like what's really significant. So yes. And then you can download the reflective discussion form and a confirmation form. So after you've done all of this, you need to discuss it with an NMC registered, I think. So let me just clarify that. So there are these guidelines who can, you know, discuss this with. So it could be a line manager, it could be another NMC nurse, it could be a regulated health professional, an overseas regulated health professional. With me, I just discussed it with another band 5 nurse that's more senior, and he just needs to fill up like his name, position. He just needs to basically sign his life for me. So he needs to, you know, just fill up the form that I've downloaded already. Okay, so yeah, he did you know, read what I've written and kind of slightly discuss it to me. But again, depends, of course. If you're with your line manager, maybe he'll be more thorough about it. But yeah, that's with me, so it was just quite easy for me. What are the things that you need to remind when you're doing your revalidation? So just to let you know, guys, that this revalidation, all these forms that you've done, you would not NOT submit it online. So NMC does like a random selection of whom they're gonna call. So not all of your reflective discussions, not all of these things the NMC will read. So they will just do a random selection. I couldn't say the right word. So they will just choose from random, you know, people who are validated and like call the person who signed their lives for you, and just, I don't know what they actually like ask specifically, but yeah, they told me it's something like that. So they will just call the person if you really had a discussion in something. So this is the proof of it. This is what it's for. So when you go to your NMC account and you revalidate, there are just few questions that you need to answer, like if you've done these things, you know, and that you what do you call it, certify that you've done it, and you've completed your hours and your CPD. Those things I remember, just a bit like confirmation really on the website. Again, you don't need to submit this, and then the person who signed their lives for you will receive an email from the NMC once you revalidate that. Because I asked my colleague, like, did you receive any email when I revalidated last night? And he said yeah. So after you confirm everything online, you need to pay £120. So it's the same every year. It doesn't change if you're revalidating, so same. Maybe I'm just gonna say that there's nothing right or wrong when you did this revalidation. Just a lot, you know, to think about, like the experiences of you as a nurse and whatever you write in this essay. But of course, the most important thing is of course your CPD and also your practice hours. So yes, that's it. Again, if you have any further questions, the NMC website is very helpful. And yeah, it's just a bit of a headache doing this, but yeah, I did manage. So yes, good luck on your revalidation and those who's gonna have it soon. And also guys, just don't forget to save it just for your reference next time you revalidate. So yes. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I hope this helps, and I'll see you again in my next one. Bye.